In this lesson, you're going to learn how to crop images using your selection tools and making a quick mask. And then you're going to learn how to refine very detailed edges. So the first thing I'm going to do is import a photo that I have saved. I'm going to go to File, Place, and it is under Midsummer Night's Dream 3. Okay, I'm going to click this little check mark to say yes, I want to import it right there and place it there. Notice their handles, so I can still make it larger or smaller, however I don't want to do that. Alright, so I'm going to grab my quick selection tool so I can quickly select everything. I'm making that smaller with the bracket keys. I'm going to hold down Shift so I can grab multiple pieces of this artwork. I can even make my selection tool smaller with my left bracket key. Hold down Shift again. Notice I'm grabbing a lot of areas that I don't want. That's okay, I can fix that in just a bit. Let's make this smaller so I can grab this right here. Her little strings coming out of whatever it is she has on. There I have most of what I want selected. Now whatever isn't selected, I'm not going to be too worried about. I can go back and fix that in just a sec. So let me undo that. Notice I have all of this area selected. I'm going to want to deselect some of that, so I'm going to press Option, and that'll bring up a minus in my selection tool. Okay. And so as you start doing this, you'll become as tedious as you want to be. So I'm going to go up to Refine Edge. You can see there's some things I didn't grab. Alright, let me zoom out. I'm just going to click Option so I can zoom out a bit to see what I've grabbed so far. And I've got a very good amount of what I wanted. I've got a little extra right here which I don't want. So I could just go back, cancel that. Make this larger so I can see. I can go back in, press Option to deselect all of that. I can go back up to Refine Edge. So now you see I have most of it nice and crisp. Okay, so you have this little hand tool that'll help you move around. You can view this on any background. You can view this with marching ants on the normal background, with the red overlay on black, on white, on layers. I'm just going to keep it on white so I can see clearly what I'm doing. I'm going to click this tool. This is my Refine Radius tool. So this way I can paint in certain areas with my paintbrush. And click Smart Radius. Okay, I'm just going to paint around the edges. And it's going to grab any details I may have missed. Okay, such as his little hairs. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm using 2 fingers to move around. Let's look right here in this area. Okay, notice there's parts of a leaf still that I missed. It's going to bring some of that in. We can get some of these edges back in case you missed some of those. Okay, so now y'all should have a pretty good idea on how to use the Refine Radius tool and the Smart Radius. You can increase the radius, decrease it. You can feather your selection. That kind of makes it look like there's a white light behind it. Contrast, right, to make the lines very crisp and clear, which I like what that does. You can shift your edge in or out. It's your preference. I'm gonna leave it back right around where it was. And I'm gonna output this to new layer with a layer mask. So now it's on this brand new layer and it already has a mask. So when I pull this one back up, I can see that this is my background. I'm going to click the eye so it goes away. And that's my layer with a layer mask. So you can play around with refined edge. That'll help you get started on this project.